I know. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? If you're returning, hey Bookie Butts. In today's video, I will be letting you guys know what has gone on within the past 5 years. If you see me looking down, I have the notes on my phone because a lot has gone on and I just want to make sure that I'm staying on topic. So yeah, my last video was back in 2020, and that was the best friend does my makeup. And when I looked at how long ago that was, I was like, damn, like it's been a minute. Let's just get into this video. In 2020, I had a work study job, and it ranged all the way up until June, and they let me go. After my work study job let me go, I did DoorDash up until like February of 2021. So back in 2021, I actually was facing an eviction. I wasn't feeling like myself, and I didn't want to make videos because all of a sudden I went back into survival mode. It's really not much to say about that, but yeah, and I was actively trying to fight it in the process. In 2021, that's when I got my serving job. I pretty much had that job for almost 3 years. I also did have a roommate from hell, or roommates I should say. If y'all want a story time on that, just comment down below and I'll give you guys one, because that shit was crazy. And they better be lucky that I'm a child of God, because baby, the things that I wanted to do, but then I kept remembering the Lord said vengeance is mine. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let karma do its thing. I'm gonna let God do his thing, do his big one. That was a lot within itself. When I was getting evicted, I had to leave, but I didn't have like, I think at the time I didn't have like money for a storage or something. So I just ended up leaving half of my stuff in the previous apartment with my roommate at the time, well, one of the roommates at the time, because I thought that she was solid. I thought wrong. I ended up leaving the other half with one of my school friends. Like, we went to high school together. So she ended up moving up here with her girlfriend. So like that was my, and still is, like, I end up securing a spot. Also around this time was when I was in school, so my grades began to reflect my situation. They started to slip. Child, I was failing probably majority of the classes I took that semester just because of all of the stress and what had gone on, but I still was trying to push through because I literally was one class away from getting my AA. I just eventually dropped out. So I do want to go back to school. It's just a matter of when, because I am gonna do this. Because first of all, I was doing it for me, and I also was doing it for my grandma because I wanted to make her proud. That's why I wanted to continue to do it. Now we're moving into 2022. This is when I grew more into my spirituality and my faith. I was staying closer to God. I found out more about myself. I was on a self-discovery journey. So I was just finding out more and more of myself and what I liked, what I didn't like, what I would tolerate versus what I wouldn't, and the type of boundaries that needed to be set. I did want to make a note that I still was making videos on my vlog channel, which is Hey It's Diamond. The last time I had posted, it had been over, I think for that channel it was like 3 years ago. I actually just posted a video, my comeback video, and this is the video for this channel, my comeback. I feel like I owe you guys an explanation because 5 years is crazy. In this year, it just basically was me trying to get back on track and repair what I lost. When I told you about me having that roommate from hell, she literally stole all of my valuable items. She stole my Nintendo 3DS. She stole my juicer. She stole my pressure cooker. She stole my Sony camera that I used to film my videos on. I was reduced to just my phones, which is not bad because that's what I was doing. I was recording videos on my phone before I was recording on a camera, but it's just that was just the tipping point for me, and I gave up. That's why I wasn't posting videos. I didn't have the urge for it like I did, because I've been posting videos since I was in high school, and even before that, like since I was in middle school. Those videos are private, that's why I say that. But I've always been a YouTube girl, like whether it was me posting videos or whether it was me watching the videos. In 2022, that's when I started posting videos on TikTok. I was getting about that little urge to like create content again, but it wasn't like for me to be creating content on YouTube per se. It was also a year that I went on my weight loss journey. I have lost over 100 pounds. I used to be 232. I'm now 122, but in that time frame, I went from 232 to 132. I will be making a video on my weight loss journey, and I will be including pictures and videos so you can see the whole journey, because I did this with one of my close friends. We were each other's accountability partners. We were each other's gym partners, and we did that shit. Like, no motherfucking filet with us, okay? I did attempt a comeback. I made a video about me setting up my Christmas tree, and I was gonna post it on my main channel because I'm like, okay, it's been a minute. They haven't seen me. I'm ready to post. So that's what I did. I recorded it. I didn't edit it, and I didn't post it. So I just let it be what it was. Now moving to 2023. In 2023, I had officially lost the 100 pounds. You could see it because while I was doing it, it's like I could tell a little bit, but more so other people was telling me like, hey girl, you slimming down, I see you, don't lose too much. I hate when people say that, because it's like, it's not even like I'm trying to lose too much. It's just, that's just what happened. It depends on the whole biology of your body is set up. That's why it also is important to, if you have a healthcare professional, to speak with them about it. I didn't. My healthcare professional was God, and take it how y'all see it. You know what that means. I still was struggling financially because even though I did have my serving job, I still couldn't keep up with the bills. 2023 was also the year that I relaunched my women empowerment page, which is one of my soul's purpose, helping women grow spiritually, holistically, financially, and physically. So if that is something that you can get behind, stand behind, I encourage you to follow it. I do post words of encouragement. I do Money Monday, Women Crush Wednesday, or Wealth Wednesday, and Self-Care Saturday. So it's pretty much that in rotation. 2023 was also the year that I started my second job working as a salon assistant, and that's also where I obtained my certification in braiding and styling. Also the year that the relationship I'm on was rocky. It even got to the point where I did no contact, and more so, it's like I don't really know the timeline per se, but I know I wasn't talking to her in the beginning of 2023, and it might have been like towards the end of 2022 where it started. But that woman, she did her big one. But we didn't end up reconnecting until probably it's either July or August of 2023, and that was after I got my new phone, my new number. She had reached out on like social media to try to get my number, and I was just like, okay, you know, like I'll give it another chance, because even though I did go no contact, like, she's my mom. Like, I missed her, and I did miss talking to her, but I had to put myself first. I wasn't gonna tolerate the disrespect. I wasn't gonna tolerate the toxicity. I had to do what I had to do. When we did reconnect, she had informed me that my grandma had fallen ill. She was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and to this day I still don't understand how, because that woman was the strongest, healthiest woman I knew. She lived to be 91 years old, still driving, still baking, still cooking, like still doing everything. So that really shook me to my core, and that rocked my world. I'm trying to like get through this like without getting like emotional, because it's still a touchy topic, but I literally feel myself like going in that space. I'm not trying to go in that space. I'm trying to get through this video. Shortly after, my lights had got cut off at the place that I was subleasing at. So I ended up staying with a situationship briefly. Oh, chalet. But yes, I had to stay with somebody for a few months until I get that stuff situated. Once my lights was back on, I thought I was in the clear, but the bills just kept piling. And I think at that point, like, the landlord was just, she was over it. And I was like, what do you expect me to do? Like, I'm literally giving you all that I have. The money is not as much as it used to be. We're still in a pandemic. Like, coronavirus happened in 2020. We're in 2025. And we still in that pandemic. The only difference is they don't care if you have it or not. But back then, it was crazy. Like, lives being lost, being in solitude. Child, it was a lot. It was a lot that was going on within the past few years. So that reflected in the money, like people's tipping, the tipping culture. The tips was lower. They still was hiring people. As servers, you only get but so much or so little tables. So like, you hiring extra people, that's not gonna help nobody. That's why I ended up getting that second job. The landlord was threatening to put me out, so I just did her a service and left. I don't got time to be going back and forth with you. We were literally in a pandemic, and you had no heart. I was communicating with you that I was speaking with it was a financial assistance company. It was the ones that like would help you with rent. I had just put in an application for that, and I was waiting on the response, but she wasn't having it. So yeah, I end up leaving there, and I end up finding another sublease. Fast forward to November 1st, that is when I decided to go on my abstinent journey. I decided to abstain from sex with men. And it's 2 years. It's been 2 years. The November 1st of 2025. I'm proud of me, period. Clock it. And plus, it honestly got easier as I went. Like, pretty much like once you get over like the first 6 months, it just gets easier. I'm proud of me. Yes, sir, ski. Then November 16th, I literally remember I was at work at the salon working on one last client, and my mom, she called my phone. So I answered it, and she basically told me that my grandma had passed, and I lost it. Like, I started crying over the client. I had to remove myself, and I went to the supply room because that was just too much. It literally was a week before I was supposed to see her, Thanksgiving break. It's either I was gonna drive or I was gonna get a ticket, like a bus ticket to drive down, because at that time I was in Tallahassee still, and my grandma lived in Broward. So if y'all don't know, that's South Florida. It just, that part really shook me, because I literally was beating myself up because I didn't want to see her in the condition that she was in. She started taking chemo, and she just wasn't looking like herself, and I didn't want to remember her like that. I just wish that I did speak to her more. I wish I did have more time with her before she left. Sorry y'all, I had to get the Chipotle napkin. I am glad for the time that I did spend with her and the time that I did share with her and all that she has taught me. Sorry y'all, it's still a touchy topic for me, but I love my grandma. I'm so grateful for the time that we did have, and she is now my guardian angel. I know that for certain. Her, along with my other grandma who passed away when I was 4. I know she's looking down and she's proud of the women that I'm becoming. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. That leads me to my next point, which was after finding out that news, I got into even more of a deeper depression. I developed anxiety, and I started stressing more. That pretty much was the rest of my year. I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving. I didn't celebrate Christmas because that was the time that I would celebrate. I would celebrate it with her. So Thanksgiving and Christmas doesn't feel. Hold on y'all, I can't. I'm gonna have to cut it right here. Oh, 1 second. Sorry guys, I had to take a brief intermission. Child, it still gets emotional talking about it, so thank you for bearing with me. Now we're moving on to 2024. So in February, it was February 1st, 2024, I decided to pack all my shit, get me a U-Haul. At that time, my car was not, it wasn't able to make any type of long distance travel because I was stuck with a decision either to drive 6.5 hours or 4.5 hours. I chose 4.5. I chose to move to Georgia with my sister. My auntie, my uncle, and my cousins are up here as well. My dad lives in Georgia, but child, he live in, I call it West Bowl. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, but child, where he is, the property is air property, so that's just something that was inherited, so that's a good thing to have. I'm glad that, you know, he's able to situate himself, like he's thriving, growing. Love that for him. I moved to Georgia in February. I became a AT&T sales rep. I got hired around that time because I remember telling the hiring manager, like, this is my birthday gift. I had been searching for a job. It was like crickets until that. I ended up being a sales rep up until either August or September. That's when my car, Icy Food, that's my boo. My car eventually gave out due to negligence on my part. I was not able to keep up with the maintenance. Even with that sales rep job, it was only enough to cover my bills, and that was even barely because I still was struggling with that. I ended up blowing out my engine. I've been out of commission ever since. That's that on that. Then around October 31st, that is when I went on an interview with Publix, and I became a Publix associate officially November the 1st. So it also is my 1-year anniversary at Publix, and I'm so grateful for that. That's when things, you know, started to look on the up and up for me. So I was working at Publix, and then once, you know, I got a flow of the income, I decided to start budgeting because I've always had a passion for finance and financial literacy. I wanted to start with me. I wanted to break the cycle, the never-ending cycle of poverty, having a poverty mindset. I wanted to break up out of that because I knew that I'm here for more than that. Like, that is not my story. So I decided to start budgeting, start financial planning, financial management, and I started making cash envelopes, and I also had like sinking funds. That was so fun because I'm a creative person. I downloaded some saving challenges, but I also created my own saving challenges. Some of those challenges are on my women empowerment page on the website. Some of them are free, some of them are free with the membership. The membership is only $1 and it's monthly. If you are interested in money management, financial planning, I would encourage you to just get a savings challenge. Once I romanticized my finances, that's when it got easier for me, and I still do that. I did fall off for a little bit. I'm starting right back because I miss it. I miss doing that. I miss the little challenges that I make. I miss the ones that I completed. It's nothing more satisfying than to see that you completed a savings challenge. I had been saving for my birthday, I had been saving for my passport, and I also have been saving for my Jamaica trip. And I was able to accomplish those. I started my budgeting system and I started doing savings challenges, so that's not going nowhere. I love it. 2025, I turned 25, so you know that frontal lobe started to develop, and I really, honestly, I started feeling it like once 2025 hit. I'm a March baby, but like I've already been, oh sorry, I had got a text message, but I have already been, I've always been mature for my age. Once I turned 25, like that's when I really like seen the switch from my younger self versus my adult self, because like I'm officially an adult. She can get into 25 and up club. She can get her rental without having to pay that little fee, period. It was also the year that I got my passport, and then I went to Jamaica for the first time. My grandparents were buried in their backyard in Jamaica, so we went there for a family reunion and also to put the tile down for them, and that experience was so amazing. I do have a vlog that will be posted on my vlog channel about me going to Jamaica, and a little taste of me and my family, so be on the lookout for that on Hey It's Diamond. 2025 was also the year that I started filming videos again, but the thing was, I was filming the videos but I was not posting them because I had lost a lot of weight, and I still was getting comments on my weight. Like, it's like I was damned if I did, damned if I don't. When I was big, people was saying mad cash money shit, and then when I got smaller, people still saying mad cash money shit. Like, when I was big, they saying you should eat less, work out, and then when I was smaller, you need to eat more. Like, pick a struggle, what you want. But yeah, because of all that had transpired, like that's why I'm in the 120s now. I'm getting back up there. I am now on my weight gain journey. I started filming videos, but I wasn't posting them until this month. I actually posted one of my first videos that has been in the drafts on my vlog channel. So if you want to see that video, it'll be in the description. Hey It's Diamond. I miss creating. I miss being a content creator. I missed editing, just making videos, just being myself. And like, you could really tell that it took a toll on me. Once everything has happened within these 5 years, it's like I literally lost interest in a lot of stuff. I lost interest in food. I lost interest in the things that I love doing. I lost interest in my appearance. Like, that's also why I wasn't posting. It's crazy, but I really cared what people thought, and I don't know why, but you know, that's just how society is. But now that I am taking my power back, nothing or no one can say or do anything to make me feel bad about myself, because at the end of the day, I know my heart. God knows my heart. The people that's close to me, that's in my life, they know my heart. So I don't have to prove anything. I'm not asking for validation. I'm just simply being me. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. Which brings me to my last point. I am now on my weight gain journey. The goal is 160, 170. That was a good weight for me. That weight between my 10th and 11th grade year, like if I could get back to that, it's over, y'all. That also was a time like I was playing volleyball. I was on a dance team. Like I was in a lot of sports. So your girl, she was most definitely fit. She was fit. Child, when I got that job at Wingstop, them garlic parm wings and with them fries and that blue cheese, that really is what did it for me. When I got that job at Wingstop, I think it was like my 11th grade year. She was going up, and you saw it in the pictures, you saw it in the videos. So I really ain't gotta explain too much. I ain't gotta do too much. Since we in November, by my birthday, I feel like a healthy weight would probably be like 140, 150. I don't know, because it's not too far from 160. I just want to gain the weight back healthily. I just want to be consistent, disciplined, obedient. I know it's gonna happen, because the same way I lost this weight is the same way I'll gain it, with consistency, discipline, and God. I hope that this video found you well. I wanted to especially thank the ones that stayed down. I still see the subscribers I have. I'm so thankful that you guys stayed. I am back for good. I'm not leaving. Try to get somebody to get me up off of here. Yeah, period. I already feel my personality coming back. Don't play with her. But yes, I am back. Comment any videos that you want. If you want them story times from earlier in the video, just let me know. I'm not going anywhere. YouTube content creation in general is another one of my soul's purpose. I was brought here to better my community with the gifts that God's given me, and that's just what it is. I hope you guys loved the video. Thank you for watching. Later, cuties.